May the force be with you. Live long and well, force be with you. Live long and prosper. Here we are. Okay, we're live. May the
Hi,
force be with you.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
You're live and alive.
Alive in LA.
We're alive in LA.
Yay!
Woo! Welcome everybody to the Jackie Mo Show. We're
Jackie
back.
Mo.
We're back. Jackie Mo. And we are with my friend Molly Baser.
Howdy do.
I'm excited to introduce you all to Molly as she's one of my newest friends that I love, and I would love to get to know her more. And I think she's amazing. So I wanted everybody to get the chance to meet this extraordinary
Thank
woman.
you.
Molly. And Molly has. So, well, first of all, where did you grow up? Did you grow up in LA?
I grew up in LA, baby. And when I was a kid, I started modeling. I mean, it was like I was always posing and people took pictures of me. And then it sort of was a natural step. I wanted to model and act like so many people in LA. But I went in with full force and clarity of intention. And I started working right away. I was in movies, film, modeled, acted, just everything came to me very fast and furious. And I was SAG right away, where people struggled for years to get it. I think I was acting for a few months, and I got SAG and AFTRA, and so, but then I got waylaid by a little habit of alcohol and drugs, and which would sideline me for months at a time, and so it would my trajectory would change too. And so I lost that clear sight, and I would work and then I wouldn't, and then I went back to school, and it got sort of garbled. Of course, because, and it's interesting to me because some people can use and drink and they become very successful. Um, that was not my case. I also was not surrounded by a lot of people. Like, I didn't have a support group um, kind of guiding me through. You,
Right.
so that, I think, is big. You see a lot of people who make it. They're very successful, and they always have a core support group, family, friends. Now, my family was all messed up, so I didn't have that. And my brother had died, and my parents were in their own depression, and they had their issues, and so I was sort of out there. And then, so what I did achieve, it was all on my own. And then I would sort of come up for air, but I did stupid things. In the height of my success, I moved to San Francisco, which is, self-sabotaging ultimately.
Yeah.
And but I got an agent up there, and I was doing plays and theater, and I did commercials, and I was working, and then I'd come back to LA, and but I never had that level of, I mean, it was just magical. Doors were just opening. I
Like
mean,
you, I feel like we were similar in a lot, and that's what brought us together. That you had a lot of success that so many people would be like, oh, that's fine. I can just move on from here. But there's a crescendo to reach
yes.
that you
Oh,
haven't reached.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
how I feel too.
I want to I want to be in a film, a Shakespearean.
Mm.
Like, I was watching Macbeth that the Coen brothers did. I saw snippets of it with Denzel Washington. I was like, oh my God, I would love to be in that. Um, I did some work, but it wasn't like stupendous writing. And that's my intention now, is to work in a real deep level of fine writing, even if it's a smaller role, but something really juicy and
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
depth and weight,
Right.
So I, at that time was doing, runway. I did a lot of modeling, bikini stuff. Then I was in some movies and commercials, but it was like not juicy stuff. Then I ended up, and I think this is where I started to get really depressed because I had studied Shakespeare and I went to USC and I studied theater and BFA. And then I was like I got cast in Malibu Summer. This was when I came back from San Francisco and I sort of, and I mean, it was fun, but it was a low budget film. And, it was so low budget. Like the director told us, you better not take more than one take.
Oh
Because
my God, that's crazy. I would die.
so, but we did it and it was fun. But I went from this to that and but then I did a Unsolved Mysteries that was
Ooh,
that was
fun.
pretty, yeah, it
Were
was the
you
lead.
were you murdered in the Unsolved
Well,
Mysteries?
I was shot and then
Wow.
paralyzed.
How fun. Do you
So,
have it?
yeah,
Yeah, I want to see it.
yeah, it
How
was, and I
fun.
look back at that, it was very good. So yeah, it was about a beauty queen and her obsessive boyfriend. And I think it was called Fatal Beauty or something. And he was jealous
Wow.
of me, so he shot me. It didn't
Wow.
kill me. No, he had someone shoot me. So then, from this kind of vivacious beauty queen, I was in a wheelchair, and I loved the working the extreme,
Yeah.
and then wheeling myself in to court, and
Very interesting because I wonder if now, if everybody knows me, I'm a little bit woo woo. And when hearing that, I feel as though that's kind of like what you did, like you sabotaged yourself a little because you were afraid of the limelight that somebody would be jealous and shoot you or stop
well,
you in
maybe
some
my
way.
mother.
Yeah. So it's safer to be
Yeah,
less visible.
yeah, I stayed small. That was part of it. And when I was coming full force into this world, my mother was very jealous about it. And they would criticize me, oh, you and your Hollywood friends. And really, when I look back, it was because they didn't understand it. And it was a whole world that they would never be able to be in. And I was in
Yeah.
it. I was dating the head of Paramount. Um, I,
Wow, really?
yeah, my good friend, he was sending me to acting school. My good friend was Dick Donner, who did all the Superman movies and Lethal Weapon movies. I used to hang out. I mean, I was in the hub of this
Yeah.
Hollywood scene. So,
And I know you have star quality like
well, thank you.
emanating from you. And it's interesting. So I wonder if cuz I feel recently I did kind of the same thing. I sabotaged myself because I think I wanted to not surpass my parents as much, kind of maybe.
And
Um yeah.
no, it's very interesting because most families, they want you to pass them. They want their children to
Yeah.
do better. They want like the people who come over from other countries who then work three jobs, send their kids to school, and their kids become doctors and lawyers. Not my parents. My parents, and it sounds like yours too. Like the people who were supposed to love us the most and support us were the ones dragging us down, which
Yeah.
is so, in fact, I wrote about that last night. I was
Oh
my
wow.
about my
That's
family.
wild. That was last night. Yeah, I kind of was thinking about it a lot last night too.
Oh,
That
that's
I really made myself small for other people. It was really hammered into me to give the greasy wheel that everybody will want to hang out with me if I'm agreeable and let the person making a loud ruckus give them everything. And nobody will want to hang out with them anyway. Everybody will want to hang out with me. And cut to I have too many friends. I want to make some cash.
yeah. And I
But
think,
yeah, it is what it is, and I would never want to change anything. But it's taken me realizing that I just like sabotage myself a little.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I remember the day when so after all of that, I was still acting and always modeling. I always had an agent, but I did it very little. I was always sort of on the sidelines, dating and hanging out with, famous people for years. And then I got sober. And then in sobriety, I thought I stayed very, like, I look back now, I got really small in sobriety. I became the yogi, which I love. That
Right.
really was my own healing
Right.
that I needed. And I became a vegan and I became this and that. But through the years, I've talked about this, finding my voice as a sober woman, a sober artist too. Like, when it's fueled with alcohol and drugs, it's a different thing when you're clean and sober and you're coming forth.
Right.
So I had to find that, but it took me, like, I remember the year, it was 2019 when I really started to shift and step into this whole other realm. I changed how I dressed. It was really interesting. And then another time in 2022, I was running for office, which was absolutely crazy when I think about it.
Wild.
But it really was about me stepping into myself, getting out there. And I was at fundraisers. And the favorite part I have found running was making my videos because I was acting, and then going to events and talking and to people. So that's where a filmmaker named Alex, I will forever hold him dear in my heart. He came up to me and after I spoke, and he said, "Why aren't you acting?" And I said, "I used to." And he said, "You should do it." He said, "You have all the components." And I was like, you know what? I took that as a sign. I signed up for improv. I just started in. I got a reel. I got an agent, and I've been bumping along ever since.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and also you are wildly passionate about feminine power.
Yes. And oh, and yes. And I have books. I have books that ideas I've come up with. One is completed, which is, and it will be published in 27 next year.
Early 2027,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm hoping in December for Christmas, a Christmas push. And
Yeah.
it's called Women and Their Pussies.
Woo! We're taking pussy back.
Pussy power.
Pussy
Um,
power. We need the word back. We
but
need to
the,
use it.
but really, so when I came up with this whole idea, which, and Jackie and I have talked about, like, where do artists get these ideas? Like, where did Women and Their Pussies, how did it just came to me? I believe they're divinely given. If you're an artist and you have moments of such clarity. I mean, I look back at all of my book ideas. I didn't sit there and go, okay, I'm going to come up with a book. It just came to me in bits and spurts and sputters. But the title was Women and Their Pussies. But at that time, this was a while ago when I started it. Now it's completed and ready to go. Um, People were so upset about the title. And men, publishers, I think
Right.
also,
Because they're suppressing you.
right.
They're suppressing you. They are scared. Yeah, it's and it's time. It's really time. And Molly really walks her talk. Like I know a lot of people that are really like, I don't want to talk bad about other people, but they're very about women power, but then they're like, oh, was this guy gonna call me or da da da? Like Molly's just like a badass and just yeah, yeah.
And
Like
I'm
you,
alone.
but you don't care.
No, not now.
Yeah,
You know what? I've been married. I've had boyfriends. I love being in a relationship. I love sharing. I really do. I love sharing my day. I love traveling with someone. I don't want to go to Paris by myself, and just some women can do that. That's pretty cool. And maybe when I have more financial stability, I will be able to do that. Just um, fly off and but I am no longer attached to the idea that that I am not whole without
right,
someone.
right. And
That's,
it and you walk through the world emanating that. Absolutely,
oh,
it's a big reason why I love you so much because you
well,
really
thank you.
do walk your talk with all of that. Absolutely, I've never ever heard you want to make yourself smaller in any way, like for a guy or for a position or whatever.
And I did. I have. So that's where
Hmm.
I look back and I go, "Oh my gosh, I," because when you do that, you're only living half.
Half.
You're halfway in. It's like dipping your toe in this gorgeous
You're
pool of,
silencing
right.
your best parts. I've done it too. But I also have spent I've worked really hard too. I mean, it's like insane that I how far I've come when I don't give myself credit all the time because I really was reliant on other people for a very long time. I was in relationships my whole life.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, and yeah, I forget about how far I've come. It just seems like normal now that I can take care of myself and do my own thing. But yeah, but so I love how you walk through the world. It's beautiful. And not only how you walk through the world, but also you want to help other people have the same thing. And that is what I love so much as well. Because I really believe, especially at this point in time, that we need more women to come alive and to be themselves fully and to experience themselves fully. And the more women that experience themselves fully, the better it is for the whole entire planet. Like
Yeah.
I feel strongly about that. Like some people are like, okay, it's a little woo woo, Jackie, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I think I think it's the best thing to do for the whole entire world.
Yeah. I mean, don't you think the suffragettes, the women who came before us, are, I mean, thank God for them. They didn't
Thank
stand on the
God.
sidelines. Some had died for us the right to vote, and the women for Roe versus Wade. And the fact is that women, you know what really, it's little things too that break down the fact that women still take the name of their husband. But I never did. I
I
never,
didn't either.
it never made sense. It was sort of like I don't become him.
Right.
I'm not, and they did that when women were property.
Right.
And so the fact that women and my nieces do that, I was shocked. I was like, why are you doing that? Like, just change their name, become the little wife. If they become these women who are unrecognizable.
It's wild. And I mean, it's what women are taught to want this instead of that. That I was in a movie called Wild Nights with Emily, and it's all about the true Emily Dickinson and
Oh, wow.
yeah, and Molly Shannon played Emily Dickinson. I played her sister, and like they made her sound like a recluse, and she wasn't. And they just wanted they hijacked her narrative and said to everybody like if you want to be first of all she fought so hard to get her poetry out, nobody wanted to hear it, and they wanted her to change it, like it took so long, and then once she did get published and make a name for herself, they told everybody she's a recluse. Like, women, if you want to do this, you'll be a recluse, live by yourself. Like, if you want to have power, this is what you have to put up with. Like, nobody says that to men. Right?
Right.
And yeah, so she was a badass woman.
And
And
what
she
about burning women at the stake, hanging them for,
yeah,
I mean,
and I don't think it's witches. It's just women that were in
right.
their
It
own
was,
power.
yes, they use that term for, because men who feel ultimately so afraid and small, have to keep handling their woman. I mean, I think looking at that whole Bezos, that woman he married, and how her big boobs and her butt and her lips and everything got bigger and bigger and bigger. He was probably, why, I don't know. It was like a freak show, and
Yeah,
thinking that a woman wouldn't say no. Like, I'm not going to become your blow up doll. I mean, she looked like a blow up doll, ready for anything with her lips pursed. I don't know. It's just, I mean, that kind of thing, just because it was so out there and public, that sets women back. Young women look at that.
right. And it's it. But yeah, I'm wildly passionate about women discovering how much joy it can be, how much more fun it is when you're yourself
Right.
instead of trying to be what everybody wants you to be. And
And,
and and I feel like that's a benefit that we got from getting sober. I'm sober too. And same thing. My trajectory was like wildly huge, and then I drank. I sabotaged myself, but I'm glad because I have this insight of what real fun is, what it's really like to be Jackie, what it's really like to have a God that loves me, and zero religion, a higher power of my understanding,
yes.
and I just feel I'm very passionate about just because my life has gotten so much better from being more of myself and not less. I want to help other people as well become more of themselves. And it's hard because I can get to like a point where like this is doable, we can do it. And then and then I see something where a woman's just giving her power away. And it's depressing. It's really, but we have to just keep doing it and finding the women that aren't don't want to give their power away.
Well, and I think, yeah, we need also women leaders
Yes.
who are, I mean, I always said this when I ran for office and stuff. I mean, the leaders must be the examples. The whether you're a celebrity, a politician, you're out there in the public, you walk the walk, you try to be an example for others, um, because that's what leaders are supposed to do, not so. And women leaders, well, there are some amazing women leaders out there, and so who but it's interesting, but because we have this whole thing about being, attractive and um having adulation, which it's interesting because I think so many of us, and I have done this, I haven't done a lot, but getting my self-esteem from outside of myself.
Right, same.
How someone reacts to me, how people say, oh, you look good, or you look, this and that. And I think until you're really solid and that kind of stuff no longer, I mean, of course you want to look good, you want to be healthy, you want to not you walk around like a schlump bump, but
But for yourself, for
right,
the intent is that it's for yourself, for your own confidence,
right,
not for getting accolades.
right. And that whatever anybody says, you are okay. I mean, that's power, baby.
Right,
That's when you are unwavering and you are solid in that's consciousness. You're no longer driven by ego. Ego is the one that does that and weakens us. Ultimately, the ego is, my sponsor said the other day, the ego wants us dead ultimately. um,
right.
and it's it drives people to do horrible things too. I mean, look at the world we're living in at this point. So yeah, and women change the way they look and get bigger this and bigger that and bigger this, and um, to please their man, or it's just odd to me. I never would. I remember a boyfriend of mine, Bob. I loved him, and he had mentioned something about me getting a breast, and I was like, no way. I mean, because I'm an athlete. My body, I don't want these big things,
That must have like really like taken you back.
well, yeah, I did, but I wouldn't do it.
Good for you. That's great.
And I can't believe the women who do.
Right. Because it's just uncomfortable, probably.
I mean, does a woman say to a guy, hey, have a penis?
Right.
I don't know. It's just so weird.
Like, hey,
But
buddy, your calves are looking shitty. I think you should inject something into them. I made you an appointment to get your calves injected. Like, can you focus when you're exercising? Can you focus more on your calves?
or they put gel. They would like they put in the breast. They do it in their calves.
Do they? That's so funny.
But people are doing that with their butt. It's just such an odd world. I mean, it's very, actually, ultimately, it's very barbaric. It's very primal.
Very barbaric.
right. Still driven by these very old reptilian brain things of wanting the man and wanting, the woman, and instead of who people are inside of themselves.
Right. I feel like right now the world's always been barbaric, and I feel like right now, not the world, but the our planet's always been pretty barbaric, but it was like hidden, and now it's all out there, and I feel like, but we're not paying attention to that there is a lot more people who have come alive in a positive way,
That's true.
but we're all focusing on the barbaric people, and it's like it's been there the whole time. It's just like that we're seeing it now, but I feel like getting rid of it will it's going to be gone, and we'll live in a happier world. I'm just hoping it's in our lifetime. I'm like,
Yes.
please. So and that's why we're doing what we're doing. Bum 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 bum. February 20th. We are doing a workshop. 7:30 or 7?
7.
7 o'clock. We're doing a workshop,
7
and
to 9, 2 hours.
2 hours, and it is for us to help women come alive and face their fear.
We're,
Face all their
we're
fears.
the working title is the feminine, no, the fearless feminine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um,
Yeah,
which
because we want more people to face their fears. And yeah. So we're doing that here in LA.
in
And
Culver
then
City.
in Culver City, yeah. And then we're going on tour with it, and we'll also have online
We
workshops as
want to
well.
bring it to cities like in the Midwest. I mean, these women who don't get enough, who don't get workshops like that. We have
Right.
them all over Los Angeles, New York, the big cities, but we need to enliven the whole country
Yeah.
for the for evolution. I mean, look what happened in this country with Trump being elected. To me, and I've spoken on this before, it was all about the evolved who wanted Kamala and Walz, and then the monkey and his sidekick who won the election because it was the evolved and the unevolved. And there's still so many people in this country who are unevolved, but they're also in rural areas that need help.
Yeah,
And
there's also people that don't know any different, and they need to know
well, that's
different.
what I mean. Why
Yeah.
aren't leaders going into, I mean, I had this idea, especially when I was really involved in the environmental issues, like go into the places in Georgia and some of the poorest areas, right? And coal mining places where they've shut the coal down and open up organic farms
Yeah.
and organic markets and give these people jobs in green, sustainable businesses. They could
Yeah.
have solar farms, building solar panels, funding
So
these.
many things. Like it's endless. It's endless, but they don't know. They don't know because they're not told. They're told
Well, no,
like,
because
yeah,
we don't have a government doing those things.
yeah. Yeah, we can do it. We're
We
doing
don't have
it.
we don't have a federal government who does that, who goes into the areas that really need it and do these things. Take out the coal, bring in organic farming, give all these people jobs, and then you would have them so happy and a part of the society rather than
and
disgruntled,
and
angry, and
grounded.
storming the Capitol because of
Right.
this thug that's in the fucking White House.
Unreal. It's unreal. It's
And
unreal.
now Trump is a complete Neanderthal. He is a Neanderthal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he has not evolved since well, apes probably even more evolved than him. He's just stuck with his, women,
Yeah.
rape them, whatever he wants. It's just disgusting. They
It's
all are.
horrendous. Yeah, it's horrendous. It really is. Yeah, when people are like, "Oh, you're a feminist," I'm like, "I'm a misandrist." Like, I know it's right to be a feminist. Like, I know, like I have a comedian friend who's Muslim, and he always talks about equality on stage, and he's a great performer, and one time I got up after him and was talking about flattening the curve of the patriarchy. And after he was like, I'm so scared of that. I'm so scared of women being in control. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I thought he was like the king of equality. And so that was really surprising and telling to me that men are just scared that we're going to do to them what they did to us, but we're not. I mean, I would. but
I want a man. Yeah,
but
but
I know that we need equal. I know to have a calm, beautiful world, we need masculine and feminine to be equal.
yeah, because it's really the same side of the same coin. It's just one
Right.
is yin, one is yang. But in like you listen to Eckhart Tolle, who I love, love, love. He talks about that. Everybody has a little feminine, everybody has a little masculine. And if you're too much of one thing, that's when you're like Trump, complete masculine
Right.
buffoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trump and his feminine.
Could you
Trump
imagine?
Trump to me is a dry drunk gone wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Like
Definitely.
when he was saying for people to put bleach in their veins, I was thinking, oh God, maybe he'll drink Purell because that has alcohol in it. And then I'm like, maybe he'll chill. Because I really
No.
believe he's a crazy dry drunk with just like
Yeah, that's true.
this giant empty hole malady in him
Yes.
that he just keeps trying to fill with the same shit, and it's never enough. It's never ever enough. Like that show Secession. Like to me, it's a comedy because it's this family. They have all the money in the world, all the resources in the world, and they're miserable. They never have any fun. They're just fighting each other constantly. Like that's what Trump reminds me of. Like I doubt he has any real fun whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, and I just watched Hitler's last 24 hours, and what a fucking baby. He made his girlfriend commit suicide too. Like let her go.
Yeah,
And
let's
then
go. And did
he
he
wouldn't.
and did he she go first?
I think they did it the same exact time.
Oh.
But then one of his biggest people that loved him, the soldier, brought his wife and their 6 children into the bunker, and the wife was like, if you kill yourself, I'll kill my children and we'll kill ourselves. And I was like, are you kidding me? And when he said he was going to kill himself, she went over. I was like, please don't kill yourself because then I'm going to have to kill. Like, can you go down fighting? Can you go, like, and just fight so I don't have to kill my kids and myself? And he said, no, I'm killing myself. And he didn't say to them, like, don't kill yourself, right? But so they did. The woman killed herself and her 6 children.
Oh my God.
Like it's
Well, yeah,
insane. It's
but
insane.
that's you know what
But
that's
that's just like what Trump would do. Trump would
yeah, but
do the
that's
same
not
exact
Hitler.
thing.
They have the people who followed him and listened to him are just as bad. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
He,
I believe our
I would have
society
said, okay, kill yourself, and then I would have just left him with his and gone home.
exactly. But these women, they're insane. Like that's crazy. Like, are there women right now that will kill themselves over Trump? I mean, yeah, 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 yeah. Anyway, but I have to believe there's way more good in the world right now than there is bad. We wouldn't be walking around right now if there was
Yeah,
as
but
much.
look at, you know what's the good in the world? Look at all the people in the American cities who are marching for No
Yes,
King's
the
Day.
fearless
And when
people.
And that gentleman, Alex Preda, who died so horribly. I
What a
mean,
joy
I
machine.
cried uh, watching that video, like, and the fact of how they have slandered his name. I mean, it's just horrible. So all those people who have stood up and done No King's Days and marching, and they're doing consumer blackouts and not buying, and they're, you know, the people who broke Tesla, you know, when Elon Musk was parading around like another Neanderthal. I mean, that's the good in the world,
Right, absolutely.
and wait till the midterms, baby. They are going to be voted out, and I hope they will be taken away in cuffs, all of them. Trump,
Same.
yeah,
They need to all be in jail
because I do believe the light
for
always.
every reason. For every reason, he needs to be in jail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Pedophilia, murder. Like, he's the cause of deaths. Stealing. There's nothing.
And
There's
he's
not.
flying,
There's nothing he doesn't do.
but he's destroying the planet.
Oh, he's the worst. He
He's
needs to be
opening
in
up our
jail.
national parks. He's opening up the most pristine place
Mm-mm.
on the planet in the Arctic where animals and its
It's too
breeding grounds.
much.
And he's opening up that to he's a plunderer. There was an amazing interview with Sean Penn, who I love. Um, it was just a clip, but he talked about how he is a nihilist, so he will annihilate everything in his path. It doesn't
Oh yeah.
matter.
He just wants to destroy everything.
He's so hateful. He plunders. He will plunder Greenland. He will destroy anything.
He's
He's
like,
just,
I'll be happy when the earth is destroyed completely. That's when and he won't even be happy then. Like, he's never like how can he understand that he's just not happy?
I know, and well, and everyone around him. But he's also, the one that great famous, which bring going back to my book, the Women and Their Pussies book. Um, and the word, the interesting thing about this word, and I've studied it. I'm writing a TED talk about pussy, and the opening line is, "What is a pussy?" And because there's all these different meanings, right?
It's the holy grail.
It's the genitalia, it's a wimpy, cowardly person, it's a cat. But ultimately, it is a cat. The word puss came from German. I did all this research. It means cat. And so, what I want to do is give it back to the beautiful, pristine cat. A pussy is a pussy is a pussy, and come up. I mean, vagina is not a good word. It's not sexy. Pussy is sexy.
I've been told a lot to stop saying vagina. I
Vagina.
don't because I would say it in bed. I don't say pussy. I say
Oh, really?
yeah. I've been
Well,
told. I've been now. I say my private.
I just think we should come up, women. We should. I have it in the TED Talk. It says we should every state should have a committee, right? That and women can
We could
mail
pick
in
our own
like
name.
right, and we come up with a new name for that area.
That was my first joke, actually. My first joke was that women obviously haven't come up with the names for the vagina because we would never be like, oh my god, I fell off my bike and hurt my gash. We would never be like, I gotta go to the gynecologist to get my tuna taco taken out. Like, we would never say these things. Like, yeah, I think that's important to come up with a name that we
So
all.
that was it. And also, when I was talking about how the word it's a little different now. It's not as controversial, but it still is. And even other women, when I will say, they'll say, "Oh, what's the title of the book?" I'll say, "Oh, I'm doing a book about cats. I'm getting it published." They're like, "Oh, what's the name of the book?" And sometimes I will hesitate because I'm afraid that I will assault them with this word. But so sometimes some people don't care, but many women, like when I say, "Oh, women and their pussies," they go down, they look down, like they're very ashamed, and they're like, one woman, I'll never forget, shaking like, a mother. Like, I don't like that. I love the book, I love the photos, but I just don't like that title. And that is why I have to
It's
use that
important.
title.
That's why it's important.
Right, because there is some shame around it of sexuality and all the stuff whatever it conjures up. But that's what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you think, stop, and go, oh yeah, what are my prejudices? What am I thinking about that word? It's right in front of us. And also that's why I want to the TED Talk, that the shame that women still feel about the pussy word, the P word, and it doesn't even mean that ultimately. It means cat. So
Right.
let's give it back to the cat and come up with our own word.
I remember when I was really little and I was with like my whole extended family at Faneuil Hall in Boston, and we were in some store and I looked down and there was a book called Everybody Poops. And have you ever heard of
What?
it? Everybody
Oh yeah,
Poops.
the book,
And
yeah.
I was like, what? I was like, no way. And I was like, I need this book, Mom. And she was like, No, you're not getting it. And I'm like, Please, like, I want this book. And because I thought it was so funny and so important,
How old were you?
really little, like 6.
Oh,
But I felt like it was really important that to not stop shaming poop because everybody
right.
does it. And and I thought it was funny because it had pictures. It was funny. And she wouldn't let me get it. And then years later, she
Oh.
apologized to me because it did become really popular. And she was like, You knew before everybody else that that book was.
Yeah, I remember that book.
But I feel like it's way more fun and more exciting. But on like a similar thing with women and their pussies. Like some people, they're gonna like I will be like my mother, like oh, and other people will be like finally, like this is great, we need this.
Well, I want to, my next book, I want to do a counterpart of it. I want to do men and their pussies.
Yeah,
I want to photograph men with
it's
their,
great. Because really,
because
the sexiest guys have cats.
and the women, well, I must say the women in the pussies book, some of the photos what I was trying to do with the book was make you stop and think about the word, but also bring in the sexuality and the sensuality of the feminine and the feline. That's my other working
Yeah, the
title.
pictures are beautiful, and it's fun to make women with cats sexy again. Like they want us to be like, oh, don't be a crazy cat lady. Like
Right.
crazy cat ladies are having a good time.
Well, yeah,
But
and they're not,
but
it's like that's just an old idea. Once again, an old idea.
yeah,
That's
it's
why,
very much like the Emily Dickinson thing.
right. There is an opera. I don't know when it's happening. We should go. It's all about, it's not about Emily Dickinson, but they're using her poetry.
Oh wow, let's
I think it's
go.
this weekend. It's
Oh
supposed to
no
be
way.
amazing. I don't
Oh,
know
let's
where
do
it is. I've
it.
heard it on, KUSC, the classical station, but I'll Google it when I'll find out more.
Let's do it. That will be really fun. I have a friend who's a Emily Dickinson scholar.
Really?
I should see if she's going.
I
She's really
did
fun.
a series. Well, when I was going to college, I went to SC and then I transferred up to Mills College, which was all women. And um, I wrote a piece of Walt Whitman and Emily Dickinson.
Oh wow.
I played Walt Whitman, and the woman play. I would write plays because I didn't like the um, just writing a paper. Like it was, so I'd ask the professor, "Can I write a play?" And so it would always, and then I'd get to act and direct and all. So it was, I played Walt Whitman, and the woman, because I don't know if it's true, but supposedly they had an affair, or did I make that up? But it was their love. So we read their loves, their love letters, and I don't remember the whole piece, but I remember I played Walt Whitman, and my
That's so
friend
fun.
played Emily Dickinson.
That's so fun. I love that. I want to read it.
I know,
Um,
I things like that.
yeah, I love it too. I love how creative you are, and then you just go for it. I love it. I have to go, and you probably have to go too.
What time is
And
it?
it's 6:07.
Oh yeah, I have a thing. Do you have a show?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, actually, no. I'm speaking at a Al-Anon ACA meeting
Wow.
in Beverly Hills. Yeah.
In person?
Yeah.
God, I'd love to go. I have to go to my AA meeting and do the CSR report.
Oh, wow. We're both doing service, but we'll do this again, and we have our workshop.
Yeah, so the Fearless Feminine, where can we what they'll be able to find it online soon.
Yes, you can find it at both of our pages. You have your name as mine? It's just my name on all my socials. Is it your name on all your
Yeah,
socials?
well, on Instagram it's Molly M. Basler, and Facebook
Okay.
it's Molly Marie, but you can find it Molly Basler. It will bring you to those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we're gonna make videos and post
yeah, and
files
we'll have
of the
a
book.
page. We'll
Yeah.
create a Instagram account and a TikTok on the Fearless and Feminine and bring it. But it is going to be a 10-week program. We want it very different and innovative to
I'm
women.
excited about it. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
because it's the year of the fire horse. And one more thing, when you said the plan, I think I've shared with you, it's all over, but there is a planetary shift that hasn't happened since for 165 years. And we'll never see it again in our lifetime. And we are in it now. It's when the Civil War started. I mean, all these amazing things shifted. So not only are people going to shift, but the entire planet, structures fall in, new structures rise, partnerships. Um, it's the evolution, baby, of our
Yeah.
species.
And we want to help people go in the positive way, not fall in the wayside. Like when the shift happens,
Right.
people are gonna be like, it's not gonna be pretty. So we're trying to help everybody be in a good place when it happens. As
Yeah.
it's happening. It's happening
Well,
now.
yeah, it is happening, but it will get, and it's 14 years. It's going to be it's a 14-year thing, but it's a really amazing thing coming out of another 14-year shift that was very difficult. And so this one
Wow.
is about, and it's fire horse energy. It's all about action, moving forward, fast and furious. So get on the horse and
Yay.
ride.
Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.